All right. Hello. Well, I hope you guys can hear me well. Let me stop the music for a second and see if you can hear me. Yes, you can. Just one thing missing. I forgot to turn on one live. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you can hear me well. I am testing yet another new thing on my streaming apparatus. Testing now a new microphone. And I'm just checking if I can hear myself. Yes, I can. So you should be able to hear me as well. Now, just need to finish setting up here. Then select. All right, as I start the live stream, let me know if you can. Oh, and my game crashed even before it began. That's pretty awesome. We'll restart it. Because I left the screen while it was loading, it didn't like that. Write in the chat something, just say hello so I know everything is connected and working. And if you can hear me well, because this is a new microphone. I want to make sure music's not too loud. Right, because I want to start my live stream. Hey user, this is the Volvo S60R, 2005 Volvo S60R. Now I'm gonna stop moving screens around while it's loading. Let's see. I don't know if there's a mod that's conflicting with the... I know I installed the new version. Yep, this is the 2005 Volvo S60R. Yeah, just starting. Actually, just trying to start, but I think my game is saying no bueno. For whatever reason, it wasn't crashing, and now it decided to crash. I usually start the game before I start the live stream, but I thought to myself, hey, that should be alright. I guess there's a mod that's not playing games here. With the new version. So we will remove a couple mods just to make sure. I'll remove the ones that I don't really care. Take this one out. Let's see. Yeah, we do have the C30 here in the US. I'm also from Brazil, so I've seen plenty of those. They're very common in Brazil. Not very common, like you'd see them everywhere, but you can find them. They're not like super rare. And here in the US, it's hard to find. Turn off all the mods. Something is breaking my game. Yes, you can. Just check out the videos that are on my profile there. There's a bunch of them, and you'll be able to see outside. I can't not move the camera around. That's not that simple. Wish it was, but it is not. We'll have to load the game without any mods and see what happens, and then re-add the mods one by one. Hey Red Bull, thank you for the follow. 83737383939, thank you for the follow. They are pretty good. Although I'm biased, I still prefer my good old Volvo S60R. But I like the design of the C30. Although I'm not a big fan of hatchbacks, but I do like them. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Might need to restart the computer here and see what happens, so we'll restart the computer. Thankfully the live stream this time is not... Oh, but the microphone will. Alright, I think you should be able to hear me, although can't see you guys yet. I'm restarting my computer here. I was having some kind of malfunction to my American Truck Simulator. So, see, is it smooth? No, it's not very smooth. Oh boy. I just can't get a break. Can't get a live stream to work out of the box. Let's see if the game starts at least. Let me get the chat back on because I can't read what you guys have been saying behind my back. There we go. The chat is back. Hey Schrader, sorry I couldn't read you, my friend. I was restarting my computer here. My American Truck Simulator decided not to work. I had to restart it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I've been having some really rough time to get my live stream to work, and I don't think it's smooth, and it should be. I added a lot of memory to the notebook, and it's still lagging. I can see by my movements. Thank you for the cats, my friend. Always appreciate it. Now, I just restarted the computer. I don't know if that will fix my American Truck Simulator problem, but we'll try. I don't know if it was a mod breaking it. Today is the 8th. Let's get a little older here. Just not the latest one, because that might be the one that's breaking the game. I don't know. Oh, what's the biggest job you have done on a Volvo P2? Just, oh right, so we loaded. Kind of. Oh, I put the mods back. Oh, darn it. Sorry, I'll answer your question in just a second. Let me go back to the load game screen. So I've done, so you've completed the gearbox replacement. Oh, that's a big job. Oh, you removed, what'd you put instead of the M56? Did you put an M66? My biggest job was to change the rod bearings on my Volvo S60R. And I will have to swap the motor, unfortunately. My motor, my rod bearings spun, and that was the reason why I changed it. The rod bearings were not doing so well. The previous owner tuned the car too much, and it wasn't having it. So I changed the rod bearings to stop the knock and see if I could save it. I just got a few months. Not laggy? Okay, that's good. It's not the game. The game here is not running on the same computer as the live stream. That's why I was able to restart the computer and you guys were still there watching me just restarting and not being able to hear you guys. At least we got the game back working. Nothing that a good old restart wouldn't fix. Let me see if I can see. Yes, I can. I can see you guys there. I can see the purple app. I can see the red app. I can see all of it. Nice. I rebuilt M56. So you just put another rebuilt. Can you guys hear me well? This is a new microphone. Schrader, what do you think about this one? Yes, I am on the purple app too, my friend. And finally, we're in the game. And I think I gotta move. I'm just trying to find my way around here with the new microphone that I got. It's going down, so I need to just... Yeah, I'll need to get a better arm. Otherwise, I'll be hitting the... It was holding well. Sorry. That's what happens when you get... off. Yeah, it sounds good, I think. At least in my test, but I'm afraid I'm gonna hit it because the arm is lowering as I'm talking. What I might do is I might turn it a little bit sideways here and then like this. No, it's still bad. Maybe to the other. Figure it out. Everything works when you're testing, right? And then as soon as you start... Well, I'm gonna have to put a little farther, so let me know if it's too low. Yeah, it's still gonna hit my arm here. Thank you, Darren. I hope the levels are good. The engine off, yes. I don't even know what I was doing. Okay, so I don't have a cargo. Truck is empty. Do we need to get a cargo or am I going to a cargo? Let's see. Let's just get to the destination. So you replaced with a scrapyard one. How'd you find an M56? Those are hard to find. At least here in the States. You can find a M66 a little bit easier than an M56. Because the M56 were only available on the T5, if I'm not mistaken, here in the US. Just skipped ahead of this guy. Spin it around. I think I found a way. Now it will fall just the same. Actually, it falls even more. All right, this will have to do. Am I running out of fuel, or is the gauge just not working? No, I have fuel. Going up. Oh, I have a lot of fuel. Yeah, it's kind of holding now, so I think, but I need a better arm. This microphone is not going to be very well placed here. Thank you, Isaiah. So if you search exactly where you are, I can't say the name of the apps right now, but if you search for SimHub Volvo P2, you'll find a tutorial. That's not my tutorial, by a guy named Andy, but he teaches step by step how to do this, and it's pretty easy to follow. As for the rest of the stuff, on my channel you'll find a tutorial, and I'm working on the tutorial for all the electronics. I want to have everything working. I want to teach you guys how to have everything working. I do have everything working here, so every single button here will do button things. I don't know, they'll click and respond, but I am still recording the videos and tutorials on how to do this. And while you guys are watching, just let me know if you see that the live stream is too laggy. Just let me know. I can try to go on the streaming computer and try to change something. I don't know, because I've been trying to get things to work a little better. Thank you for the follow. I have the windows open. No. So we are arriving in New Mexico. I don't know what we're doing here. I'd probably put a cargo. The truck is louder today. I can hear the whoa. Just missed my turn. Ow. It didn't count as my fault. Thank you. But that damaged the truck pretty bad. I got 24% damage now. Oops. Have some cargo here for us. We're gonna go to the freight market, and yes, there is. I think this was the one that I saw before. Yep, that was the one. So we'll take it, and it's right ahead of us. So it's that truck there with those green tractors. I might need to stop to fix my truck, because that crash kind of damaged it to 24%. Quite a lot of damage. So if you want to do something similar, Lucas, just check out my page there, and go to the red app with the play button in the center. I have a tutorial there. And I am still recording the tutorial for the electronics, but you'll find all you need there. It's a very detailed tutorial. It's about 45 minutes long. It should help you with all you need. Oh, thank you. My name is Jeff. And welcome back. You were here this morning. I remember you. Thank you for coming back. Do you remember the audio this morning? Is it better now? Is it worth... I got a good price on a new microphone on Amazon Prime Day. Does the AC work? All the buttons work, but there's no air coming out of the vents. And I forgot to rest before we started. Now we're gonna have to drive at night, because we have a very short window to deliver this cargo. Good, thank you. Yeah, I don't think the other microphone was bad. It's just a wireless microphone, and the wireless microphones, they have one problem. Sometimes I run out of battery because I forget to put battery or to charge. It would be a cool party trick, Lucas, but only for me to be able to tell you guys that the vents work, because to be very honest, the whole simulator is inside my home office, and I'm in Florida, so realistically, air conditioning is on in my house the whole time, year round, and I have the vent aimed right at me here, so sometimes it's actually pretty cold because the vent's just blowing air on me. So if I ever do this, it'll just to have like little, you know, those little ribbons just dangling around so people can see that the fan is working. More like a party trick than actually necessary. Thank you, Ian, for the follow. Kind of started slow today with the Black app. Actually, it's kind of slow everywhere. I don't know, people might not be used to me live streaming at night. I usually live stream in the morning. Usually Mondays through Fridays around 8-ish till 9:30-ish. I stop for a rest, like I have 8 hours to deliver this cargo, but the time to arrival is like 5 hours in game. In real life it's like 18 minutes. I guess you guys are gonna have to just watch it at night. Yeah, I was just talking about that. I could just easily hook it up, but I really don't need it. I really don't. That would be more of a party trick than actual necessity, because I don't need air blowing here. I got the AC coming and blowing on my, you know, right at my face here. I could even hook up to the computer with a PWM fan. So I could use the actual knob here, because the knob works. As I turn it up, now the retarder is on. So if I let go of the truck, it's braking. If I let go, put back, it's gonna turn off the retarder. So this fan here is the retarder for the engine. I could just easily change it to control a fan. Because like I said, all the buttons do work, just that I really don't need a fan. And we have some engine problems I can see here on my Apple CarPlay. Let me show you guys in detail. So that's the Apple CarPlay in detail. So essentially, as you can see there in the truck, there's a 24%. That's the damage. Nope, this is not real. It's a game. Just before you or TikTok decides that it is real. Oh, that's super funny, condescending Apple. I'm impressed. It's American Truck Simulator. I drive cars too. I like to drive both. Sometimes I just feel like driving in trucks. Sometimes I drive at the Shutoko Revival Project. I like Shutoko a lot. Is this on a PC? Yes. Just a second. My mouse. There we go. Yep, the spaceball. Oh, I'm just fixing something here on my screen. I'm sorry. I'll get back to in just a second. Sometimes I have difficulties finding my mouse. There we go. We're back. Does it have different states? Yes, it does. It has... I'm using just the official ones. I think they're gonna release Iowa pretty soon. I think in a few days, actually. In 3 days, 4 days. So it was about $300 in car parts and another $400 in like hardware. So Arduino, wood, carpets, metal, all the good stuff. So it's about $700 to build the car part. Everything is linked through Arduinos. So a bunch of Arduinos are connected. So Arduino Micro Pros, they are seen by the computer as a joystick if you program it as such. So basically I just made these buttons work as a fancy button box. So if I click a button here, I can map it in the game because it thinks I'm just clicking a regular joystick. And the process is the same for every single button. So for the hazard lights, for even the stock, for the wipers and stuff. The speedos and mileage is also Arduino, but the Arduino here has to be talking another language. It's not just like the joystick. That one is talking CAN bus. So CAN bus is the language that makes, you know, the communication for cars. And what it will do is it will, for instance, so the Arduino has the CAN bus shield. This talks CAN bus, and then it connects with the computer through SimHub. SimHub gets the data from the game and sends it to the Arduino, and there's a code that will translate, like, I don't know, I'm doing 65 miles an hour right now, so it will send to the gauge whatever is the equivalent of 65 miles an hour in CAN bus language. There's a tutorial on YouTube, and you can check it out if you want, but essentially that's how it works. Why Volvo? I'm just a big fan of Volvos, and Volvos are massively underrated. A lot of people don't realize this Volvo here has 300 horsepower and a 6-speed manual transmission called Spaceball. Oh, why not a Lamborghini? Dude, how many Lamborghinis do you often see on junkyards? Not many, unless you are Tavares that buy Lamborghinis, Porsches, and McLarens out of junkyards. Otherwise, you'll build with whatever you have. I built the BMW E60, I built a Miata, I built the Volvo. But I like Volvos. I have 3 real Volvos in my garage right now, so I like Volvos. Yeah, in the game you can pick up any car. I'm not driving a Volvo. I mean, I'm driving a Volvo in the game, but it's a truck. And there's no Volvo, Lamborghini truck yet. Thank you, 1BX. Thank you, man. Oh yeah, they're very comfortable, man. I really enjoy. The seat is amazing. Like, and I'm an old guy, so I have to be comfortable. Especially if I'm gonna play for about an hour, 2 hours. Oh, I was here, dude. That was not even my fault. Couldn't have gotten that ticket. Hello, Malaysia. Nice. What, early morning there? That's pretty cool. In case you're wondering, I'm also on the purple app and the red app with the play button. That's why sometimes I answer questions from the other places. I have a G80 M3. Nice. The V90. Dude, I had an S90 a few years ago, and I really wanted the V90. Nowadays, I think I'd be happier with a V60. I kind of like the little bit smaller footprint of the car. I have 2 SPA S60s. I have the 2020 T5 and I have the 2022 T8, but they're both S60s. Hey, the Action Chaser. So on exactly where you are right now, if you check it out, you'll find a tutorial, a very detailed tutorial, about 45 minutes long. South Africa, nice, Raphael. So there's a bunch of people from South Africa. I think my simulator is appreciated there, because every live stream there's at least a couple people from South Africa. Thank you, Bill Rapp. Yeah, I really like the SPA platform, which is the new ones. My S90 was also T5, so I noticed a big difference when I changed. So when I traded my S90, I traded into the S60 T5. And man, it feels so much quicker than the S90 was. The S90 wasn't slow by any means, but the S60 was way faster. And then Dude, when I bought the S60 T8, that thing is a spaceship. It just goes 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. Finland, that's pretty cool. I don't think I had anybody from Finland here before. There on the red app with the play button, exactly where you're watching. If you go to my channel, you'll find it. The T8, yep, very fast. 415 horsepower, and I think if you buy the new ones, they're 455 horsepower. Netherlands, nice. Have a lot of people from Europe joining. I gotta start playing ETS at this rate. Yeah, 260, exactly what I have on my T5, the S60. I think it's 254 to be exact. I think the... Oh. Like, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Is that how they say, King? A Dodge Demon? Well, that will be plenty. That'll be for plenty of horsepower for both cars. I have a friend, he loves BMWs, and he has, I think, a 340M, but it's not M3. Madrid! My brother lives in Barcelona. Hola, ¿qué tal? Yeah, V8 supercharged. That is just a little bit faster. Can you do New York? I wish, man. They don't have New York here yet. Yeah, ATS has been living a long life. Why are you trying to sell it, man? They're probably pretty rare, right? There where you live, at least. Hey, Aaron. So from UK, how much did the whole rig cost altogether? So it doesn't help you if I just tell you how much I spent in all the simulator, but I will. So breaking down the cost a little bit for you, just to make it easier. I spent about $300 in car parts, then another $400 in Arduino, in metal carpet, you know, all the hardware that makes this simulator unique. So if you have about $700 of budget, you can build something like this. Obviously, now you need wheelbase, you need monitors, you need computer, you need all the other stuff. In my case, I am at around $10,000 to $12,000 because I have triple TVs here, 4K. I have the Philips Hue, I have, you know, the butt kicker here in my back. I have a bunch of stuff. It's a game. Yeah, with a G923, you wouldn't be able to put a real steering wheel, but you'd still be able to use the rest of the setup, you know? Like, feel like you're driving a car. Oof, 1,000? That's insane. Have you ever timed the pull from 0 to 60 on that M3? Hey, Trombos! How you doing? Welcome back. I have not, my friend. Oh, man. Yes, this is ATS B00ZT. 2.7. That's insane. But that's pretty cool. Just be careful, man. You can speed all you want in the simulator, but in real life, oof. I'm just too old for this. I have to merge here. Sorry, I'm just gonna jump ahead of you. If you're trying to buy something, you mean something in what sense? A car or the simulator? Sorry, I kind of think I skipped a message, so I didn't see the previous one. Yeah, the V90 is probably more comfortable, right? The S90 was pretty comfortable. Oh no, I usually say, and on my tutorial there on the same platform you're at, I break down all the costs. So it's about $300 in car parts and another $400 give or take in hardware like metal, carpet, wood, Arduinos, the LCD screen right there, and that kind of stuff. Car. That's very personal, King. I mean, but you have a Dodge, right? Demon. So anything with less horsepower will be hard to beat. I don't know, dude. The Volvos are pretty cool, but they're not gonna have like 600 horsepower. If you get like a Volvo S60 T8 or the V60, I think the V60s are so sexy, so pretty. You're gonna, you know, have at least 455 horsepower if you buy a 2022 Forward, and they're pretty fast. They might not be that fast, but they're fast. It's getting too bad after. Yeah, I How did I get the window to be the monitor? So it's just an optical illusion. So the way the camera is set, especially for the vertical live stream, you kind of see it just, it looks like it's the windshield, but it's not. I have 3 TVs all around me, and it's just playing the game. So it doesn't, no secrets here. It's just a TV and in a support, like those actual supports for triple TVs or triple monitors. Yeah, you're gonna end up racing with our M3 guy here, our M3 friend, 1BXRNN. Sorry, I don't know your if that's supposed to read different. 2001 Volvo V70 XE. So how am I driving a truck with 6-speed shifter? That's a very good question. So in the game, they also allow you to change the transmission. And I changed the transmission in the truck that I have to a 6-speed manual transmission. So the truck has 6-speed, I have 6-speed, so we're all good. That's a tight entrance, but we're clear. Nice. That's true. I mean, if we're honest, 260 horsepower, it used to be great back in the day, right? But nowadays we're getting more and more like into the 1,000 horsepower territory. So we are going to have to go in reverse here, because it's right there, right ahead. So I think I'll have to enter here and then back up. Yep, it's just the dash and the driver and the passenger seat. Where are you? You are on the red app with the play button. So if you go there and watch my other videos, especially the tutorial, you'll understand. Did I turn enough? Hope so. Mercedes, I don't know, dude. Out of the German cars, the two only that I really like are BMWs and Porsches. I'm not a big fan of Mercedes nor Audis, especially Audis. I'm not a big fan of Audis. I think they're kind of stuck in the past. I don't know, if you look at an Audi, they're kind of like 2010-ish. They're pretty good for 2010, but for nowadays, I mean, come on. It's green, but we'll just get it straight. But I like Japanese. Some Japanese car, yes. Not a big fan. To be honest, I would never own one. But I respect some of the Japanese cars. I think they're pretty awesome. But I wouldn't own a Japanese car. I don't know. There's absolutely none that really caught my eye. There you go. Does the steering wheel a lot better than the keyboard? Yes, it is a lot better than the keyboard. And does the backup beep sync the music on purpose? Dave, I didn't even notice. Was it sync? Let me get outside here so I can disconnect. The Yaris is pretty cool. The Toyota Yaris. So let's parking brake and let's disconnect. Let's pick another job. Supra. Yeah, the Supras are cool, man. I've seen a guy here in Tampa. Got a Supra, I think MK5. Dude, that thing is sweet. Okay, so we'll find something here. Just funny, I don't know if I'm seeing it right. There's no city here? Yeah, no city around. It's in the middle of the forest. I don't want to take these jobs that have like big loads. Let me see. Too far. I think this one is good. Let's go to Texas. Yeah, we got 10 hours to get there. It should be enough. Yeah, sure, shoot, man. If I can answer, I will. If you were to get a car but have 4 different builds for free, the only requirement is that you drive one stock for an entire year before you get the 4 modified version. That's a random question. I don't know. I think I'd get a Cadillac CT5. The Cadillac CT5V, the Blackwing. I think that's one of the coolest cars out there nowadays. The XC90, you're gonna get luxurious. They do have a T8 version of the XC90, and it's pretty fast as well. Thank you, Michal. So start the engine and let's get that car going. Anything, yeah, still get the Cadillac CT5. 192 hours. That's pretty good. I think I have about 800 hours in this game. Yeah, the XC90 T8 is a pretty good car. I'm not a big fan of SUVs though. I don't know, it just doesn't click to me. Rolls Royce? I don't know. I like cars that are like sedans, but they're like super fast and nobody would tell they're fast. Like just by looking, you wouldn't know. I think those are pretty cool cars. I would probably just have one stock. Then I would probably have one like tuned more for like drag racing, like super fast on a straight line. Forget about turns. A wide body, a rally version of it maybe. That'd be pretty cool. I gotta put the chat available for everyone, so a lot of people on the Black app might not be understanding what I'm talking about. I have a viewer on the Red app with the play button asking me if I had any budget, what kind of car would I have, and if I had to keep it stock for 1 year, and then I would have 4 builds with any stock changes. The M3 is not a family car, but it's a sedan, right? McLaren Senna, oh, that's a pretty one. I gotta stop. I think it's the the wheel bearing that's making the noise. You hear the hum? Let me stop the music for a second. Gotta go fast. Yeah, if you want to go bigger than a V90, you need an XC90. Yeah, this is wheel bearing. We're gonna stop to fix. That's brand new, man. 3,500 miles. Do you drive anything else, or you just don't drive it? Oh, the X5. I don't know. I think I'm still with the XC90. If you're not trading your M3, if you're trading your V90, I would get the XC90. Because I don't think the XC5 is that big. You'd have to get the 7. A Datsun? That's a bold choice. I don't know if I would buy like an older car like this. Yeah, it sounds like a wheel bearing humming. I don't know if the game is that realistic. We'll know, because if I stop for service and the noise stops, that's definitely wheel bearing. Let me see where's the nearest station. Service station. So we can fix that noise. Oh, there's one right here. A very small change in route. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Axie. End user. So I'm curious now if this is wheel bearing. Then this game sound design is pretty good. Let's just go on to the side here. I'm light. I don't have a trailer with me right now, but we can fly. And it really sounds like wheel bearing. Oh, you drive other cars. What Cadillac do you drive? Dude, check out. Ooh, gotta get a ticket. I saw the police car and I didn't stop on time. There's a tutorial, K3. You can check it out on the red app with the play button, and you'll be able to code it yourself. It's not hard. Yeah. Those are not too, you know, too bad cars. They're good cars. Let's go faster. I want to fix the car and the truck and see what's going on with the noises. See if that fixes, because I never noticed this wheel bearing sound. I got a ticket already, so might as well get another one. Energy. Nice. I've never been to the UK. I have a friend that lives there. You can't sleep? See, you're drawn to me. Just that the black app today is not very friendly to me. Nope, this is not the engine. As I'm kind of swimming here. Not much. Didn't miss much. I will. I gotta visit my brother. Eventually I gotta go to Europe. My brother lives in Barcelona, and I've been talking about going to Europe forever. And I really want to stop by. The top countries that I want to stop by are Germany, UK. Well, Germany, I'd love to go to Nordschleife, obviously. And then UK, I'd love to go to Ireland. I don't know. El Dorado, wow, that's a classic. It sounds fun. I mean, the Autobahn, every man wants to drive at least once in the Autobahn. Where's that service station? We need fuel? No, we do not. I can see that. Cadillac Eldorado. Wow, haven't seen those in ages. So let's see if the noise will stop. Service. Let's see, it does say I have 23% damage in the chassis and then 10% damage in the wheels. So we'll fix it. And let's see if that's gonna fix the problem. If it does, I'm gonna be impressed. Oh, that must be awesome, dude. I've done a lot of laps in the Nordschleife, but only in game. I'm pretty sure I would be able to drive well. I wouldn't be going fast though, because I would chicken out. Real life, it's way different than, you know, a game. Yeah, no, it's still making a noise, isn't it? I just think I never noticed it. Yeah. But I think it's still making. Yeah, it's still making a noise. Ah, that would be cool if that was the issue. Go. Really? Yes, thank you. The person stopped right in the middle of the road. 173 miles on the Autobahn. Yeah, I mean, at that speed, you're not gonna even know what hit you. Hey, Calvin. Hey, Ram Ranch. You stumbled on a crazy dude driving a Volvo dashboard in American Truck Simulator. That's what you stumbled onto. Crazy old man driving Volvo in his home office. I have to put that in my description. Crazy old man driving Volvo in his office. I love the sound that the engine brake makes. Thank you, Hernan. Do I feel like I'm in a real car? Josh, I mean, it's immersive, yes. The position, the seating position is pretty close, but I'm not in a real car, and, you know, my brain knows that. I drive reckless here sometimes, a lot of times. But in a real car, I drive pretty calm. I got a secret to tell you. I have my driver's license for 25 years now. I never had a single traffic ticket, not even parking violations. Nothing. Jala Jeep. It's a V70 and S60R interior. Pretty accurate. One of the few that actually knows that this is the same interior, so you'll get the... Where is it? Wait. You got correct. Do I play Beam and G? Yes, I do. I love Beam and G. I think it's a lot of fun. Go outside so we can attach the trailer. I just want to show you guys. That's why I got this high. And we're attached. Pretty cool. Let's go back inside the truck and let's take this trailer. But not Richard Burns Rally. Do you know, Trombos, if you can change the camera freely in Richard Burns? Because if they don't, I'm not going to even install it, man. Because if it's like Dirt Rally 2.0, I can't change where the camera is. So the problem is, I'd be sitting on the door, because they usually make so that the camera is in the center. Like you see here when I'm driving right now, if you look at the horizontal stream, you'll see that I'm on the left of the TV. So if they don't allow me to change the camera to the side, that won't work. 202 miles. That would be the less of your days. At 202 miles? Yeah. Do I have the whole front of the car like in real life? No, it's just the dashboard, the driver, and the passenger seat. Alright, man, thank you for watching and thank you for the conversation. It's pretty fun. I hope to see you again, man. I'll check that out, because if I can't, that makes it harder for me. Just like Forza Horizon, I have fun playing Forza, but unfortunately I can't move the camera. Thank you for the follow, Golden. See you later, man. That's the nicest color interior that they make. My real Volvo S60R is with the Nordcat seat, not the Atacama. But I do have the Spaceball M66, and I have the navigation screen also, which I converted to a real Apple CarPlay. In the game, I'm not using Apple CarPlay. This looks like Apple CarPlay, but it's not. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, but the V70 and the S60, they share everything inside. However, the rear seats are different, and the carpet on passenger seats are different. Hey, Alex. No, it wasn't hard. It was just a lot of work. So it's not something you can do in an afternoon, but it's definitely not hard. So if you're interested, you can check out my tutorial. I have a tutorial on the red app with the play button in the center. Ukraine, hello. Привет. Does the CarPlay work? Yeah. I mean, it's a SimHub dashboard, but it does, you know, show what music is playing. It has the so it shows the album cover, the artist name, and everything. It has the home screen, and it has a PC information screen. So let me put it bigger here so you can see better. Whoa, not crash. So that's the screen. Yes, I did do that in a real car, Alex. However, in my my S60R, the difference is I'm not using here. It's just connected to the computer, right, with an HDMI. In the real car, I had to use a Raspberry Pi, and there's a Apple CarPlay dongle that connects there, and I can have wireless or wired Apple CarPlay. But it's a little more complicated. It's not that simple. I have to change the LCD screen, put the touch screen, and I put in the trunk the controller box. It's doable, but that's a lot more complicated than this one. How do I wire the gauges to work with the game, Laurie? So you gotta go to the red app with the play button, but essentially, oh, I'm gonna miss my turn here. No. Almost missed my turn. Sorry. So what you need to do is you gotta have an Arduino Uno, put a CAN bus shield on top of it. Then that allows the Arduino to understand CAN bus language. The next thing you need to do is code it and find all the codes of your gauge so that you connect it with SimHub. And then SimHub will send the game data to the Arduino. Essentially, that's how it works. Thank you, Fran. Your M5 crashed. That's a bad day. In my videos, you'll see, you have to scroll down quite a lot because I stopped posting my S60R. Because every time I would post the simulator, I would get a lot of views. Then every time I post my S60R, nobody would watch them. I think my channel is just more geared towards games. So people really did not care about my real car. But if you scroll down, you'll be able to see my S60R. It's black with Nordcap seats, the M66, and you'll be able to see the Apple CarPlay working. What time did I start playing today? I think, let me see here, an hour and 15 minutes ago. What are you going to do with the engine of your M5? 15? Oof. Is it a brand new engine? Or is that like a swapped engine with a labor? Oh, damn. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get triple screen with any game, modern game. But still, the problem with triple screen setups for games that don't allow you to move the seat sideways is that it's like the camera is always made to be centered here. So here is the dash, and here is the window. And I have to move the camera around. So I, you know, like right now, I'm off center. I'm about a foot and a half off center of the TV. Oh, I will, Alex. I usually follow everybody that has Volvos. So drop a comment in one of my videos. I'll follow you back because I love seeing Volvos, especially in flash green Atacama, which is pretty rare. So I would assume it's a 2004 because I haven't seen, I don't even know if they made flash greens with Atacamas in M66 2005 to 2007. What size are my triple monitors? So they're 65-inch TVs. Thank you, Linux. That's not a good safety ratio, King. 3 days with the car and you crashed it? Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I think here in US as well. I never seen a flash screen with Atacama that's not 2003 or 2004. Calvin, we are going to... Let me see here. Let me put it back to the main screen here. We are going to Junction. I think Texas. Junction is in Texas. Junction City. I hope you did. I had an accident once when I was way younger. And I learned my lesson. I can tell you that. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. The only thing that I don't like about the 2004s is the center console. I think Volvo did such a good job in 2005 with this little aluminum trim here and the aluminum around the M66. Because other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. Other than the navigation screen is a little bit different. Not dramatically different, but it's a little bit. Black with Atacama, I think that's a very nice combination as well. I think the best combinations for the Atacama seats are the black, the sonic blue, and the flash green. Those are the best combinations for the S60. Hey Dan, how you doing? My audio setup looks like it's surround sound. It is surround sound to me here but I don't know if it's is it working surround sound for you guys too? I changed my microphone. I don't know if that's sounding better. I know it's not gonna fix my voice, but hey, I'm trying. It is a game, Jeff. It did not cost a fortune if you factor what makes this simulator unique. Was the car part? That was about $700. Nice. Yeah, plus new engine. Just a small detail. $13,000 new engine. Oh yeah, that is true. The 2004 has that problem. Did they come out with Louisiana? Not yet, Dan. They're gonna come out with Iowa on the 11th of July. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear. Because I saw there's a good microphone that was with a good price on Amazon Prime Day. I still need to figure out the arm, the microphone arm, where I'm gonna put it. It's kind of coming down slowly, and if I drive too happy here, I will hit the microphone. But all in all, it's okay. Not a whole lot of likes today, guys. Let's do a task force. Let's improve those likes, because maybe that's why the black app is kind of holding my live stream a little bit today. I don't know why. Usually I have about 100 people watching. So I had to hear that guy making fun of me that his live streams get 100 times more. Well, congrats to you, sir. You're going too slow, dude. I'm gonna pass in a double and a solid yellow line. Don't do that, kids. The EM90, the new one? C70 or S60. It doesn't change. They're both the same. What do you mean it's a tad bit advanced? And why would that be a problem? I don't know if you noticed, Ramos, you've been here before, so you'll notice that I turned off the sleeping thing. I don't have to sleep anymore. That was too annoying. You should have gotten the T8. That is pretty fast. 415 horsepower. Check out the latest Doug DeMuro video. He drove an XC60 T8, the Polestar design, and he was pretty happy with the engine. Which sim game is my favorite, Fran? I don't have a favorite. I have a top 3. So my top 3 are Assetto Corsa because of its super easy to customize. The mods are keeping it alive. I love BeamNG. Just for the sheer fun of it. It's just so much fun to crash cars. And I like American Truck Simulator. I do enjoy other games as well, but those are my top 3. Nice. Yeah, my real R is just about the same mileage right now. I have just about 110,000 miles in my real S60R. I bought it with 106, I think. I have the car for like 2 or 3 years now. Slow down a little bit here. I had to drive all the way to North Carolina to get my car. I got it for a good price. The interior is mint. Perfect. The Nordcap seats are pristine. Everything is working on the inside, no scratches, no nothing. The inside is perfect. So perfect, in fact, that this M66 here is from my car. I found a brand new one from Volvo, and the seat and the carpets are also brand new. They came in a box with the plastic. However, my engine is not. The guy that owned it before me, he tuned the crap out of it, and it spun the rod bearing, so I need a new engine right now for my S60R. I didn't see your message, Aaron. I have a few videos of me driving my Volvo, and I superimposed the pictures, and it's exactly the same interior, so it's pretty easy. So if I go through the same angle, it just kind of, I can go in and out, and it looks the same. Oh, MH, it's been almost 2 hours. You're the first one to say to me to buy a car. Nice. I have 4 cars, dude. But thank you for the amazing suggestion. But unless you didn't realize, it's a simulator. It's quite different. I cannot drive a truck out of my car. Especially this nice, pretty Volvo here. The new record, right? It's what? 1 hour and 26 in my live stream. And it's the first comment that tells me to buy a car. Wow. Nice. It's hard to be the first one, but you made it. Usually people have to start early on my live streams to say that. I think it's just because it's a slow day on the Black app. recommend with 800? Cadillac DT5 Blackwing, the V Blackwing. That has just about 800, 700 and some horsepower. D-Gamble, yes, they do. As you can clearly see, I should have changed gears, and I didn't. But yes, they do. Everything you see here, as my good friend here, Trumbos, just said, works. And now, including the hazard lights, right, Trumbos? What else? At 800? I think then you're at supercar territory. Like a Porsche, maybe. I don't even know if there's many Porsches with 800 horsepower. Yeah, I was rev bombing it. I forgot to change gears. And, you know, the funny thing, Gamble, is I can set up the lights any way I want. And for Assetto Corsa, since I drive a little faster, I set up the high beams to be my shift light. So you see, it's a big, bright blue light in the center of the dash. So every time the RPMs go past the shift point, it will light up. But not in American Truck Simulator, where I really want to see when the high beams are on. So, yeah, I was just revving it. Wasting fuel as we are almost arriving to our destination in Texas. So if you're watching, consider following, subscribing, like the live stream if you don't mind, because today it's pretty slow. I think I have too much competition at night. Usually in the mornings it goes a little better. Maybe there's less people streaming. Hey Erica, I'm doing well. How about yourself? Thank you, Wolf. Thank you for the follow. MH, how much did the setup cost? About $700, $300 in car parts, and another $400 in hardware. So Arduinos, metal, wood, carpet, the LCD screen right there. Not very expensive. Obviously, I'm talking about the parts that make this car unique, which is the car. I also have a triple 4K TV set here, a very powerful computer, but that will add up a lot more money. Good news and bad news. So Richard Burns does not allow you to change the camera to the side, right? Nice. Happy birthday on Sunday, Erica. Feliz cumpleaños. I'm assuming by your last name, I don't even know. Oh, everything is customizable. That's good to know. Really, dude? Was not kind of you. And I just crashed. I was just gonna go close, but not crash. Well, this way he learns. Why did I choose this Volvo interior? The Nilsson, because it's a pretty good car. It's very underrated. It has 300 horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission, very comfortable, and it just so happens to be the car that I like. I have the same car in my garage. I have 2 other Volvos. I'm a big Volvo fan, so yeah. Oh, I'm sure you'll figure it out, Trombos. That's not bad news. Llanos, 11 days? That can get people seriously hurt. I did, MH, and you can watch it right now. That's the good news. So if you go to the red app, the one with the play button, put my my username, the one you see right there, Flybrick S6TR. You'll find that one of my longest videos, I mean the longest video, is a detailed 45-minute tutorial on how to build one of these. And I'm also working on the electronics tutorial now, so I can teach you guys how to make the electronics. I already has the steering wheel, the Apple CarPlay, and the hardware. Hey DOG, yes it has, man. I've been live streaming back for about a month now. Nothing like the old days, where I used to get like 2,000 people watching on a bad day. But I'm still glad to be here. I didn't say safe. Oh, I see what you're saying now, sorry. Yeah, Volvos are safe. But, like, watch the newest one. There's a homework for you. Watch the latest Doug DeMuro video on the red app with the play button. He will tell you. Volvos are super underrated in power also. Like, he is evaluating an XC60 T8 Polestar design, engineered, and it has 415 horsepower. My Volvo S60 T8 2022 has 415 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Those are good numbers. You're still a mod? Nice. Keep everything clean there, man. Ford is a bad car? You're considering a Ford? I don't even think they make cars anymore. They just make trucks. And the Mustang, right? I think they stopped with all sedans. Yes, they did invent the 3-point seat. And the side impact airbag. Thank you, DOG. How have you been? Oh, look. Just because you got here, the numbers are up a little bit to about 70. So don't forget to follow, hit like if you're watching. Likes are pretty low today. There was a live stream with this lady called Isabella. She just liked the live stream the whole time she was watching. Like 20 minutes of live stream, I had like 30,000 likes. You, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know why I stopped, but I did. But I'm back. I'm back with vengeance. I've been going live stream live every morning from 7 till 9:30-ish. Every single day. I've been like doing almost every day. I missed a couple, but almost every day. But now, as you can clearly see, I'm not driving in no hesi, I'm driving a truck. It's a lot more calm. I can look, I can talk to you guys. I can read the chat. I can even use my armrest. Thank you, man. We're almost at our destination. Is it lagging? The live stream, is it lagging on the TikTok? I wouldn't have said that. 10 years, man. Just about 10 years. A little over 10 years now. Hey, Mikhail. Thank you. Okay, good. Ooh. Almost. Yes, sir. It is. It's a SIM hub that looks like an Apple CarPlay. There you go. A little bigger for you. Yeah, that was a very close call. And I just fixed my truck, so I don't want to fix it again. We're almost at our destination. I can see it on a map. Thank you, Ramtin. You can see there on my Apple CarPlay screen, I have a bunch of information. I have the brake pressure, water temperature, the oil pressure, a bunch of information about damage, the time to delivery, which is 0 now because I'm nearly there, the music with the cover album. Yeah, that was lucky. I thought it was gonna crash. I had to use the engine brake as well, which is right here on the Viper stock. You can just pull and you'll see the light turning on in the dash for the engine brake. Alright, over here. Is it gonna be a hard parking? I always choose the hardest one, but sometimes it's as harder or easier. This is gonna be a hard one. Right here. Oh. Right there. Turn the camera. Right there, just about there. So, we go forward and then back up. Thank you, Phantom, for the follow. If you're not following, consider following. Consider also hitting that like button. It won't hurt you. You don't have to give money, but please, if you're watching, just like the live stream a little bit. That won't hurt you. Alright, as we are going to park here. Hello, Max. Pretty close to that wall. We're clear. There's a truck over there. No, never played that one. Okay, now we can go a little bit closer because there's a trash can. We're getting away. That's pretty good. That's not too shabby. Got to go forward and then back up again. No, I never drove a rig in real life. In fact, I never drove anything with a trailer before. But I think after playing this game, I could drive something with a trailer. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And a little bit more, a little bit more. Gonna turn green and green. There we go. Look at that. That was not bad at all. Pretty straight. Nice. Pull the parking brake. See you later, Trombos. Alright, so in order to detach the trailer, we just have to hit comfort. And we are decoupled. Nice. I gotta say, Denilson, I think I'm getting better. I'm not gonna brag, but I used to be awful at parking the truck. Like, really bad. But lately, you know, I think I got the hang of it. And as I park the truck, I think we will end the live stream. I think what we'll do is I'm just gonna, before I end the live stream, I'm gonna take the truck to a rest area. There's one right there. Let's take the parking brake off. Why am I in a car, not in a truck? I am in a truck in the game, so I can change to whatever I need. but I can't really easily change the car setup here. This is a Volvo S60R, and I'm playing American Truck Simulator. And we're gonna park right there. I think we're gonna put some fuel also. As you can see, I'm almost on the empty side here. Just gonna get everything ready for the next live stream, because in the morning, I also live stream in the morning, so if you're interested, you can watch me in the morning. As I pulled into the wrong place. This is the car entrance. I'm glad I'm not with a trailer. Thank you for the follow, guys. Let's put some fuel. And in order to put fuel, it's pretty easy as well. So all we have to do is pull up here, and I have to put the parking brake on. You see the light is on, and then I turn the engine off, and then I press, there's a button behind my steering wheel that has the enter button. So just go, and it's fueling up. Now notice that the gauge will go up, and the miles to empty is also rising. Thank you, Logan. Hello, Juan. Hola. And the tank is full. Now we're gonna turn the engine on. And brake off. And we're gonna park the truck. This noise always gets me every single time. I always think I hit something, because this is the noise it makes when you hit something or you get a ticket. I know it's the noise it always makes when you spend money. But there we go. Did I program it myself? Yes, Dinosom. And it's pretty easy, actually. I don't know how to program. I use ChatGPT. I am making a tutorial on the red app with the play button, and you'll be able to watch it once it's ready. I already have the tutorial for the hardware, like how to build physically, and I am making the electronics. I have one for the steering wheel. I have one for the Apple CarPlay. I have one, the whole thing. Levou uns 3 finais de semana para fazer. Mas eu tô há uns 2 anos trabalhando nisso. Alright, everyone. I think buy a Volvo V70 Spaceball. Yes. However, Viking, you don't need to get the V70R out of the box, and I'll explain to you. The only parts that make this an R are this here, which you can find on eBay, the Spaceball trim cover here, which you can also find, not cheap most of the times, but you can find, and the steering wheel with the R and the stitching here. Oh, there's another part that I do have here because I really found an R in a junkyard, which is this one. It's also with the stitching here. 2023? Dude, that's ages ago. Back in 2023, I had just one TV. I didn't even have the triple yet. Putz, então é que nem no Brasil, cara. O Brasil é assim também. Tarifa bota tudo preço lá em cima. That is crazy. I didn't realize it had been that long. I thought I I was still streaming last year, but apparently I wasn't. That's just insane. That's crazy. It's a pretty truck. I want to find more things to put in the cabin. Like you see the oh, you guys that are on the vertical, I don't think you can see. Can you? Let me see. No, I think it's cutting right here. Oops, the microphone. But there's like a chainsaw thing dangling around. Dude, it had even less. Viking, this speedometer here had 98,000 miles when I bought it. I've been driving and the odometer is working. Well, let me rephrase it. So I drove it for easily more than 15,000 miles without the odometer working. Now I fixed it and I drove over 10,000 miles again. Like almost every day I'll drive 150, 200 miles. Because I live stream in the morning, like this 54 miles was just live streaming in the past hour, 2 hours. It's on my, if you go to my videos, you'll see the E60. There is an E60 already. But I'm not gonna use that one permanently in my house. That one, I am just gonna finish the electronics and I'm probably gonna sell it. Yes, I calibrated with an error of 0.1 miles every 100 miles. You have no idea how many trial and error it took me to get that calibration right. But I know for a fact it's with an error of 0.1. I don't know how much yet, GOG, but I will calculate based on the time I took. I'm logging all the time that I'm spending on it. I thought about making a business out of it, but the thing is, I have an office job. I work with market research, and it pays very well. So unless something happens, I will probably just keep my, executive work and then just do this as a hobby. It is. But the hardest things on the gauge cluster were the odometer and the turn signal. To get the turn signal to blink correctly, this was near impossible. This was very, very hard. I had to find, there's a 340 milliseconds delay between when I can send the signal to turn it on. If it's 330 milliseconds, if it's 350 milliseconds, it won't work. It will blink once, it'll stay on and then off, and then it will stay on for about a second or two. It gets completely, just crazy. It doesn't follow any logic. Everything works. There's absolutely nothing here that doesn't work. Like, if I turn the engine on, I can even lower the window. Here. If I press the seat, it will go down. And there you go. And I can press the defrost to go up. So all the buttons on the AC work. The only reason why the vents are not blowing air, it's because I don't really need it. It would be a party trick for me. The only reason why I would put some vents here, some fan, and I could connect with the knobs because they all work. You hear there's gonna be a click. I'm gonna stop the sound. There's gonna be a click. This is the retarder for the truck. So all the buttons work. And the only reason why the fan doesn't is I don't need it. I'm in my home office. There's a big AC vent on my head here. So I have to remember what every button does, yes. So the labels are all wrong, with a few exceptions. So let me turn off the engine here. So for instance, auto here on the climate control, it turns the truck into an automatic truck. My dad comes here and drives sometimes, doesn't like shifting, so put auto, and it's pretty self-explanatory. On and off for the air conditioning turns the engine on and off. The manual and auto like recirculation, because it has a picture of a car with a like an arrow inside, I use for the camera. So every time I click it, it changes the camera. It cycles through. But if I want to change the camera quickly, I can also go to the left, um, the driver's seat temperature, and I just change it, and it will change. So this also for that. The parking brake for me was easier to put, like, I don't think you can see it because of the shift here, but the feet, the air pointed to the feet, that's the parking brake. You're gonna see here that the lights come on and off, and you hear the sound of the parking brake. Another one that also makes sense to me, at least, you see there's a rear view mirror picture here. That's to fold the rear view mirrors in the car. If I click this, I can adjust the mirrors of the truck because, well, it makes sense, right? It's a mirror. What else? The numpad here are numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. And the only thing that I did here, number 4 looks to the left, number 6 to the right, 5 goes back to center. Yes is enter, no is escape. Well, this is pretty straightforward. Let me put the engine on so you can, like, well, it is what it is, right? So, the turn signal stock is the same. The buttons on the steering wheel, so this button will change what I see on the Apple CarPlay, up and down. The cruise control will do the cruise control. Plus and minus will change the speed of the cruise control. This will go to the next song, so let me put here in the song. So check out my tutorial. I have a tutorial on the red app with the play button. So you see the music there. It says blurred Googles. So I'm gonna play the music again. And if I click this button here, it'll go to the next song, which is Chasing Again. This is a copyright-free playlist on Spotify. But if I click on this, it'll go back to the beginning. So back and forth. The volume knob, I don't use for volume because I can use the volume here on the radio. So what I use the volume knob here for is to change, you see that black box there? So it changes that. I don't have a damage, I don't, so that's the window there. Well, the hazard lights are hazard lights. Comfort here will attach and detach the trailer. And if I'm outside the car, if I click advanced, it'll go back inside the car quickly. I don't think I mapped sport, just not doing anything because I did not map it, but I could map it to whatever. Let's see what else. Well, you can't see there, but the lights turn on and off with the real headlight switch. Yeah. The gears are just like in a real car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. And if you look in the gauge cluster here, you'll see that the N here, it's neutral, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and reverse with the beep. The clock is correct, so it's 9:57 Eastern Standard Time. 63 Fahrenheit is actually 63 Celsius. This is my CPU temperature right now, so it's around 63, and I can double check. It should be floating around that temperature because the temperature here moves pretty slowly. When they configured the cluster, they did not make it change too fast. So you can see here, the GPU temperature is at 65 now. So it's probably going to go up and down. It just changes, but it's within a couple of degrees. The water temperature here is my GPU temperature, and I calibrated in a way that you see the needle is dead center. So it's what I did is if the temperature here goes above 70 degrees, it'll go hot. And if it goes 80 degrees, it'll actually flash the water temperature light here on my gauge cluster. So I don't ever want to see that. Then on the display here, that's showing 2,400 miles to empty tank. This is actually working from the game. So if I go back to this screen here and you watch the CarPlay, you'll see that in the screen, the CarPlay screen that you have right now on your device, you'll see here that in the center, just below the trailer image, there's fuel and there's range. And that number matches this number because it's getting the information from the game. And I can use the knob here to change that to display, for instance, the music. So it's Stream Beats by Harris Healer. As you can see here, that's the name of the artist. And then I can also change to display the miles per gallon. And since the truck is stopped, it's showing 0. But if I start moving, it'll calculate the miles per gallon that it's actually using. The odometer is working, like I said. The RPMs are working. The fuel gauge is working. The lights indication here is working. There's the brake. If I use engine brake, you see there's a second red light that turns on there. The RPMs are calibrated, so if I go down here, I hope you can see in the center of the screen there, this is the RPMs. So what happens is, anybody knows that diesel engines, they have much lower RPMs, right? So if I accelerate and go to the max RPMs, it's gonna get stuck at about 2,200. You see how my RPMs are at 8,000, almost 7,500? They're calibrated. So they never, so this is their max, this is my max. So if I go halfway, and I'm holding my foot now at around 4,000 here, I'm trying to calibrate to less. There, it's about 1,200. It's in the green area there. So I had to calibrate. MGS, yes, you should have 12 years at a truck. How to use 6-speed. You can change in the game. So let me see if I can I show information about the truck that I'm driving? Because I think I'd have to be at the service station. Truck up. I think it'll say that I need to be at a... Yeah, it doesn't let me do any changes. But what I did is, the game has a 6-speed manual transmission. So I swapped the 12 or the 18 gears to a 6. Yes, Viking, sorry, I didn't see you replied. Yeah, so that's what I have. I have a 6-speed transmission in the game, so it matches my 6-speed here. You hear that I didn't push the clutch, so it kind of scratched the gears. And it's actually damaging it. You can see the number going up. Yeah. So yeah, this is the retarder. I forgot to talk about this one. You hear the click? That's the retarder. Yeah. 1 hour and 15 minutes download time. How do you program all that? So there's 2 programming parts here. One is the Arduinos here. So these Arduinos are the Micro Pro. And here I have an ESP32, which is wireless. So the ESP32 is just getting power from the Fanatec controller, and that's how I connect the buttons. So the buttons are connected to the ESP32, and that's actually pretty simple. Now, here is an Arduino Micro Pro, which are also pretty simple because they are easily recognized as joysticks by the computer. So what I do is I add wires to the PCB that will go directly to the Arduino. So every time I click a button, I'm actually clicking a button on the Arduino, not on the PCB, the original PCB of the car. And I use ChatGPT to code. I don't know how to program, so just use it was about $300 in car parts and another $400 in everything else here. That's not like, obviously, $700 to make this, everything that makes this car special, the simulator special. The car parts, wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos. Like, you can buy 5 Arduinos for $25 at Amazon. The LCD screen is like $20 off of AliExpress. Like, stuff is pretty cheap. If you go to a junkyard, those that are called pick and pull, you can just pull the parts and you'll spend nothing. $14 for a steering wheel, like $20 for the seat. And this is a power seat. So I don't know if you can see, but I'll move the power seat. This is electronic. I'm not moving a handle, I'm just pressing the button. So if you want to do a Mitsubishi, the only problem you would have is not the cluster, not the radio, the dash, it's the cluster. I think, I might be wrong, but because it's a Mitsubishi 3000 GT, it could be old enough that's not using CAN bus. I don't know. But if it's not using CAN bus, it would be your lucky day, because then it's a lot easier. You can connect that directly to an Arduino and program it so it will send different resistance, and that's how you get the speed, the RPMs, and etc. You can ask ChatGPT, it will tell you. It's pretty simple. Thank you for the follow, guys. Hello, TVCG. Yes, MGS, go to the red app with the play button on it and type in exactly this. Let me put here on the chat window. Now, where's my mouse? Mouse. Okay, found it. Get this here. Otherwise, that will go just. So let me put here. So type in. And you'll see exactly. I don't know if that will send a message. I don't think it did. Oh, I think I can't send to the black app. So you got to type in SimHub P2, P as in Peter, 2 Volvo. You'll find it. Hey, no worries, Viking. Just check out my channel, and if you have questions, just ask away. I really don't gatekeep information. I love sharing what I know and what I learned, so I'm more than happy to share everything I know with everybody. Alright guys, it's 10 p.m. I am a little bit tired, so I think I'm gonna hit the shower and go to bed. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying here with me as passengers. I hope to see you guys again. If you're not following, consider hitting that follow button. I live stream every morning from 8 till 9ish, and I really hope to see you guys again. Have a great night, guys.